Alright. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming self-proclaimed guest, humble host Mukluk. That's really loud. And we are on a boat. We are on a boat. We, last time we left off right here in the middle of the action. We tried to ram another boat. We jumped over to the other one, and we've got some enemies to take down. Hello, hello, let my people go. How you doing? Let's see what's the answer in. Gotta get the rust off, remember how to play this. That's not it. Is there a ladder or something? Ah, here.
I need to hurry.
How are you? Doing good. Howdy, Mug Dad. Hi, Johnny. So that's our boat.
Him alive! Hold on, I'm coming. For both of you.
Yeah, leaving our boat really backfired. Oh, it didn't lock. No. Oh, that got interrupted. Shoot, he's got a lot of health. Okay. That dude is thick! Don't forget about wanting to get the Bahama abilities on Grid. That's right. Hang on a second. Let me see. Let's see, gear and icons. Garuda. Alright. Let's try that out. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, that was something I wanted to try, but I didn't have enough points to try it for a long time. Okay, so there's another thing to go below deck there. this just take us back to where we already were? It does. This is not where I need to be. And the thingy that points you to your next quest objective isn't working right now, so I gotta figure it out. Is this it? Pick up there, so probably haven't been here. Okay, this is new. This is new. Jill! Caster's gone.
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
I knew.
How did you?
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix, are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
This guy's got new powers every time I see him. He can do short-range teleportation now? Head to work, have a great stream. You too, let my people.
In honest then.
Woo! Yo! It's like he parted the ocean, the boat's getting pulled over. Oh my god. That is wild. That's a problem. That is a problem. Where gravity? I mean, it's not instantaneous. It would take a few seconds for the water to come like crashing back down. Although, okay, at this point I've got a little bit of disbelief. At this point I feel like the water should come back in.
Can you go on?
I think so.
So is Odin just holding that up?
To where?
Oh, did Odin just want a place to 1v1 him? Well, he's winning the intimidation check, that's for sure.
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix?
Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple?
The big twist would be if he was like, dude, that's just the Mother Crystals on the surface. There's like 50 more underground.
Is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught.
She doesn't have her sword, I just realized.
That is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos.
Mythos.
Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
I'm tired of JRPG's crystal fetish. I mean, imagine if they're like, once we destroy the 6th golden pumpernickel, then you won't have a chance. Not my pumpernickels. I mean, just crystal sounds better.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
I don't want it to hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
She's like, the last time you fought him, you got cut in half, and then I held him off and got captured while you got, fled out. This doesn't seem like a good idea. I like how the dog gets to stay.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. Rise, Mythos.
Whoa, what is that?
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. Defend yourself. All this fire and glory, and for what? Stopping the night. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion.
The Lord's measure. He is not taking a lot of damage. This is me popping everything because it says to press the attack. Alright, I blocked it, whatever that was.
And thus is the light of hope severed.
Ah! My everything.
You would yield so soon.
He's like, I'm still in phase 1.
Clive!
Oh, she didn't listen to that run as far away as you can thing.
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants?
Mythos.
The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few.
I mean, I'm fine. That sounds like a you problem.
Apart from you, Mythos.
Exactly.
You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed.
So the last two dominants that we're going to drain are going to be these two, Jill and Odin, in some way.
Self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has
So
mankind
we used to be
been led
Akashic?
astray by their clamorous wills.
Evolution, except from
It is
Akashic
time
instead
to
of monkeys.
return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become.
Morning Muck.
Morning Moon, how you doing? Thank you. Appreciate the
But
reset.
perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
Oh, is he starting to let the water fall?
The faster it binds you.
Dude,
to
that is such a
remaining
cool
dominance,
camera shot. Them looking at him with the water falling
the
behind him.
stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Can't Shiva fly? She can't do it while holding him and the dog, I don't think. The victory music saying, "You got your butt kicked." I've never seen it do that. You ran away. I mean, when he merges with Phoenix, he can fly. I don't know if he can do that form without Phoenix nearby, though.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. Relay.
Ooh! We're gonna see some cheeks.
We need only wait till dawn.
Dude, do you wax your whole body? He spends a lot of time on that. PG stream chat.
Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by
She's
whom
like, show me
it was
those cheeks.
granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
Emo moment.
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so low. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
This is her way of saying you need to see a therapist.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love.
Your hand getting a little close there, Jill. She knows what she wants.
What you've always done.
Oh my gosh, hand holding.
And I know you're not.
Why is there
about
not
to
a
change.
filter over that?
So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
He's like, you're gonna make a man out of me? And then she's like, nope, here's some ice powers. Here you go.
Jill.
He is a man of steel-willed making eye contact right now.
If this is what you want, then
Imagine if she was like, we're gonna be a couple. And he's like, oh, okay. And just steals her ice powers and completely misunderstands. Like, her face right now tells me he misunderstood the assignment.
Don't worry, Clive. It is.
The fact that he hasn't been with a chick,
This burden.
and he's a young man, and he's maintaining eye contact right now, shows incredible amounts of willpower.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me.
Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy!
Well-timed patron noise. Dude, where are they? They were on the bottom of the ocean with the waves collapsing in, and then now they're just sitting there with a campfire. Where the hell are they? Maybe he bats for the other team. I mean, anything's possible.
If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
Smooch?
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other.
She's like, I just gave you ice powers. Can I have a kiss yet? A hand kiss? That's all I get? Oh my gosh. It's gonna take 20 years to get the first taste of this guy.
The moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
Finally! Oh my gosh. I was like, dude, if she doesn't get a smooch after giving you her ice powers, holy crap. Up until then, it was like, oh, they're friends. Oh, they're best friends. Oh, they're roommates. Well, now I've got a new combat mode to learn. Can you shoot a fireball up like a flare? How does he take the sword out of that sleeve? The camera changes to the other side of him and it clips out of it whenever he needs it.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last mother crystal.
Round
The
two.
Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, CVS.
Waloed
They need
won't
protection.
dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Are we not gonna let our friends on the boat know that we're alive? Just let them sweat? Steam achievement. Become one. Okay. Back to the hideout.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Across the Narrow. The power of ice. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities, such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies great distances. Ability details are found in the Abilities tab. Shiva's Feet. Shiva's Feet Cold Snap can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward, or back to either dodge attacks or close in on an enemy.
We should visit Joshua. Assuming Tohi will allow it.
It's just a different dodge. Okay. And there's room for Odin right there. Rhyme. Summon a colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside it. Ice Age. Unleash a river of icicles that greatly knocks back enemies it strikes. Hold to increase the potency. Mesmerize. Launch multiple shards of ice that upon striking smaller enemies draw them toward Clive. Can be used in midair. Diamond Dust. Summon a winter storm that freezes enemies in place within a radius before knocking them back. Cold Snap. Slide effortlessly across any direction. Attacking with shift while sliding can temporarily freeze enemies. Okay. Could try it. Oh, it said we were meeting them in a different city. I thought they weren't here.
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas.
Dominance.
I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Oh, Bahamut. The Crystalline Dominion. Nameless Slum. Looks like he's got... Dude, that shadow between his legs looked like he pooped his pants. Oh, someone's been treating him. The potion guy. Oh yeah, that's right. The little potion girl ran up to him when she found him, like, losing consciousness.
What is this place?
Don't move.
Want to buy a potion? Also, it saved your life for services rendered. That'll be $3.50.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
Need me some of that well water. That's that water when you wake up at 2 a.m. and it's like extra crispy.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Dude, that breathing sounds weird.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
Here, child. Have a spear. Go.
You're going then?
Do a crime.
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Finally, a thank you.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
It always strikes me as weird when I leave doctor's office and they ask me to promise to come back and visit. Just makes the whole exchange awkward. feel like if the townspeople recognize him, they're gonna like come at him with torches and pitchforks.
Oh, Phoenix.
He needs a
It
cloak.
would seem that I owe you my wings.
Also, I'm not sure if he can transform anymore, or Jill. Because Titan and Garuda, when they got their powers drained by Clyde, they transformed, but it was only after they, like, nom-nommed mother crystals.
Perhaps
I don't know if the others can
you will
change
be returning to
anymore.
Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
What's that? Treatment diary. Today, Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound and instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal. But not an hour later, he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time he has disobeyed my instructions. The next time he comes to me for treatment, I am tying him to the bed. Oh, baby! She's like, Clyde, no! And he's like, Clyde, yes!
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information.
She's like, what did I do?
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that will...
I believe it was just Titan that nommed on the Mother Crystal. Well, that's right. So, what was it? Garuda was getting attacked by a bunch of guys. And then she transformed one final time. And... I don't know. It was like, they said that she inhaled a bunch of ether or something. So I thought she was still kind of fed off a crystal. But it was like from a distance. But I could be wrong on that.
See my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843. And that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's...
Okay. I thought my computer froze for a second. We're trying to get you back into your game. Your network connection is spotty. Stream is okay. Thank you. The game session closed due to network connectivity error. What? Stop other streaming services. No. Yo, it's not my network. I'm streaming on Twitch. If there was so much as a hiccup, that stream would die. YouTube would be yelling at me. Not more crashes, dude. Oh my god. I just want to know about Waloed. Is that so much to ask? All right, let's, what this was, chat, was, Square Enix asked me to test their autosave feature. This was all entirely intentional. We're just doing this to see how good the autosave feature is. All right? No big deal. No big deal. We're gonna find, wait, what? You are logged in on another computer that's already playing Final Fantasy. No, I'm not. You just kicked me off. Tell me about Waloed. Become one. 11% of players have this achievement. 89% of players blocked. Jumping back into it. When did you last save? Yeah, good question. We are gonna find out in a minute, aren't we? Gonna find out in a minute. Does this count as talking during her lecture? I mean, as far as we're concerned, she's like frozen in time. Pretty sure it autosaves. Oh, no, I mean, I'm sure it autosaves. What kind of game doesn't autosave, right? I'm sure it's fine. Pokemon doesn't? We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. You're back. Yes, you're back at the hideout. Yeah. I'm hoping the last time I went through a loading screen it saved, which would have been when I loaded into the hideout. We will see if it does. Pokemon does now. Well, Pokemon's been out like 20-something years. I mean, they've had a lot of time to set up auto-saving for Pokemans. Oh, fingers crossed, friends. Fingers crossed. I don't like that I'm seeing a boat loading screen right now. Don't like that one bit. Garuda went crazy because of her mental state at the time, was cracked when transformed. Kuko transformed to kill you. Bahamut transformed because of Ultimate. Well, yeah, Bahamut transformed. Okay, so we were discussing the ones that transformed after Clive drained him, which Bahamut got drained after. That was a different thing. Not back on the ship. I hope we're not back on the ship. Transformation could be based on mental state. Yeah. The Garuda lady was very much in a bad mental state when she transformed. She had like... She thought she lost her powers, like her men around her all got killed, and bandits had caught her and were about to do naughty, naughty things. No! Are you serious right now? Oh my god.
Jill!
Okay. Let's see how much of it was cutscenes.
If only to remind you of your duty. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you. Defend yourself! All this fire and fury, for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man. How dare you? You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily written, we would all be gods. If reason cannot sway you, there are other reasons chosen by right.
Ow. Dude, this is going so much worse than last time. Oh, I can't pause this. Or skip it. I wonder if it may have saved locally if an upload to Steam was cut before done. I'm not sure. I am not sure.
So soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see?
So the other cutscenes were skippable.
Iron
This one's
will
not.
weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might.
It's really
guide the
weird that
masses
it
in
even
his
auto-saved
name.
at that point. Because that means, like, I opened the
We
game,
are but
I was on the
mighty
boat,
acts
and
of
like 10
God.
minutes later, I was about to kick open the door to
We
Jill's
are
room
more
on the
than
boat, and it
that.
auto-saved then. But then
You
it
would
didn't
be nothing
auto-save
without what he has
when we,
granted
like,
you.
loaded back to the hideout.
The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us. That
And
its
fight cutscenes are not
immaculate
skippable.
aspect
I'm not in a
might
fight
reveal
anymore.
Itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few.
Made it just in time for monologue. We like this monologue
Apart
so
from you,
so much that we're watching it a
Mythos.
second time.
You
Do we get to see the
wield
non-PG
might
stuff
of
again?
many, yet your
That'd be
body
really
does
funny
not
if that
answer
is
for its
considered part of the
avarice.
fight.
What are you saying?
What I
He's
am
like, yeah,
saying
me and Jill, we did a 1v1.
is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard.
It's a real bummer this is happening because
to ignore this,
the other issues we've had recently, you could argue that it's like,
still,
it's my computer, but then this happened on GeForce Now, which has literally nothing to do with my system specs
chains
at
of
all.
volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Was it GameForce or GeForce Crash?
Why,
GeForce Now said that I lost my
service to
connection. I had a
God.
spotty connection, which is not true because if I had had any hiccups in the connection, you guys on Twitch and YouTube would tell me.
Manners, Lord Rosfield.
Still in fight.
They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's
I will say I'm playing this on
unburdened
GeForce Now
by
because
the
we couldn't get it
wills
to
that
run on my
drive
computer
our
very well.
kind to madness.
But
They are pure. They are
how is his face wet but his hair dry?
You mean to
Sweat.
turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation. And abandon everything we hold dear.
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Still weird that he has the power to just hold the ocean up. Still love that shot right there,
The
too.
faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only
Imagine
answer
Ultima,
there
like,
ever
bro,
was.
I told you to weaken him. And he's like, yeah, and he goes, you dropped an ocean on him. He's dead, the plane's ruined. You're fired.
But back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try.
Let's rock.
What did I miss? Game crash, so we're rewatching this scene. Because it's unskippable. Imagine if they start slipping on the ice. You got your mudkicks. Odin's like, I thought he would survive the ocean. He's an icon of fire, what'd you expect? Okay. Skip the cheeks. We already saw the cheeks. Skip the shoreline monologue. This time, I'll save the game as soon as they finish talking. It's funny that it took us like 8 minutes to catch back up on 45 minutes of gameplay. That really tells you something.
We should visit Joshua.
All right. See, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't want to mess with the ice lady. Like, I look at the stats on it, and it's just. We lost waifu. No, they got busy. He got her cold powers. Gosh. Speak with Vivian. All right. This is the conversation we were in when the game crashed.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
I mean, I guess someone interrupted her because the game crashed earlier. And then it was over.
Barnabas Tharm. The one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
Oh, that's where we landed after the booty call.
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I?
That's so stupid, honestly. They just had like a 15-minute conversation of like, how do we land on this island? And she's like, go back to where you were like before the loading screen. That's it? That's the answer?
Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay. Is there a quick save in this game? Oh, man, I'm just like paranoid now. Side quest, what's this?
Your Grace.
Oh, it's her!
Marquis.
Phoenix, heal thyself.
Yote, is anything the matter?
That's the first time I ever talked to someone about a quest and didn't immediately
Perhaps I might
launch
be able
into
to
the
help.
quest, and I had to click a button.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
No, I'm just kidding.
For Joshua? Anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
Go fight a
rare
dragon.
herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
But I
So
can
it's
walk
only
into
that you
ether.
can't reach it. The Stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Okay. It's the least he could do for his terrible shielding. Dude, it was kind of funny when he jumped over to the other boat and immediately his boat came under attack. And he's like, oh no, Joshua, I'm on my way. It's like, dude, you just left.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, Sid.
Oh.
Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
A mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter
He's
than
like, oh, I
anything
see your eyes
platform's got
dilating.
this forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff.
The good
and
stuff.
I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
What do you need to go?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the Mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're
I'm
guarding?
just gonna steal their balls.
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then.
3 little balls in
luck.
3 different countries.
Will do.
I'm
Keep
sure
keeping
they'll
my
be
fingers
exactly
and
where we
toes
hope they
crossed.
are. Brother, I'll protect you from fighting from the other side of the castle. Am I splitting up in Canver? Am I leaving you on the ship? Get down there. I think that's at like the vegetable garden.
Yes. Can we read Miss Editor's story? Canva's lost. It can't be true.
So it's like we need to save the world. But first, here's a quest to get some apples and another to build a toilet, and that lady's cat stuck in a tree.
Lady Karen's
I do wish you could sprint in town. That would be nice.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out.
Wait, Morbles, the big
Morbles
monster?
Are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
Please, sir, can I have some Morble?
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Alright, so do I need to go to the hunt board? Use the hunt board to locate an extraordinary Morble. Alright. Can you teleport on the local map or something? To my knowledge, there's just a fast travel to come to this map. That's it. I don't think you can, like, I don't think, like, this town has multiple waypoints. It's optional if you know where it is.
Covered in nicks
But I
and
don't.
lumps,
I don't know where it
all
is.
of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Alright, hold on. I'm getting I'm getting paranoid again. I wish you could just interact with the board and not have to talk to this thing. Is that a marble? Oh, there's a few new ones on here. Carrot. If you should come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely, an exotic species of marble that used a modified carrot-like vine as a lure to draw its prey close before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn these times of privation to her advantage. Whispering Waters Rosaria. Okay. This area is Rosaria. Let's go there and then look at the map and look for Whispering Waters. Go for the Chocobo too. I've been doing all the hunts. I just doing them one at a time. Whispering Waters. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, you take the next right-hand turn. This should be it.
Straight home now.
Hello, Carrot.
All right then.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That didn't work. Sometimes I wonder if pulling them down like that is even worth it. Because it seems like they get over it real fast. potion. Oh, we got it? I thought he still had a bit of health left. Alright. Took care of Carrot.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Okay. Let's go back to the guy. Here's your ordinary vine.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Oh, I'm just happy to see you.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality.
That's what she said.
If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... when I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
So if we leave those for long enough, are we going to grow more marbles?
Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled.
Oh, he's going to buff all our
You must
potions
accept
again.
this file as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Talia.
The plants grow up and just walk off. Yeah, they're just going to grow a bunch of monsters in town. Consumable potency maximized. Maximize. So there's only 2 times in the game that you can upgrade that. You've obtained a file of invigorated Morganbeard extract, further increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore even more hit points, while string stone, skin line, heart tonics last you longer. I forgot that the tonics existed. Okay. Let's knock out another one of these. We've domesticated the Morble. He's a good boy. What's Martha need? Martha! What's going on?
Ah, Clive. I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool.
Why me?
Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they start...
No!
But if Eastpool's
Oh, thank God.
to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself.
Don't
As
mess
have
with me
those
like
poor
that.
bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well,
I did ask that.
the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I'm trying to recall if I have a fast travel to Eastpool. Yes. Yes, I do.
I heard the Guardians saying we're supposed to grow our own food. Martha sends us are more than enough for me.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed. Only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in.
Of that.
They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Time it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lacked men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did? And
Good
die,
little Bran
having
did.
never stood up for yourselves?
He hands her a
Like
frying
free men
pan.
and women?
She's about to fight the monsters with a pan.
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together.
They're all like snarling.
For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
I feel like Martha barely made that charisma check.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll...
Hey, Blue. Blue says, what happened with the big cliffhanger fight from yesterday? We did the fight, and then the game crashed, and then I had to do it again. So it was so nice, we did it twice.
Show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
It was pretty cool. Clive finally got some.
Well,
You missed the
if it
cheeks.
was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Waloed, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Martha. I just imagine her getting her frying pan out. Let's go! What fight was it? The fight against Odin when he splits the ocean in half. And we end up with Jill's ice powers.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Boom!
Get him.
That sent me in a weird direction. I wasn't expecting the fire charge thing to shoot me over there. Middle of the fight, just random pan clangs and bonks in the background. Yo, I think that would make it better. Stab, slash, chop, clang.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Must be hard to be Wade and, like, pretend to be able to pull the same weight as this guy who's literally, like, swinging god powers around. I mean, I could try to bring back some peasants and we could try to deal with the Curl. No, man, I got it. It's fine. Where is this thing?
Next one's mine.
Is that it? Rekindling the flame?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Hang on a sec. I'm not confident I'm tracking the correct quest. No. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that is it. Unable to track more quests. Well, stop tracking the others then. There. Always miss the good stuff. Well, Blue, you can always rewind if you need to see Clive's cheeks. Oh, hello.
There it is. With me, Toggle.
Oh, that hurt.
This one.
Got him. I'll watch how he goes up when Mukluk plays. Thanks.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
You know, considering where this was, I'm surprised one of their scouts found this thing in the middle of fighting all these monsters.
Lord Rosfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do.
I see you enjoy the laser beam as well. I mean, it's perfect for when they're staggered. It's a lot of stagger damage.
And your people saved us. And still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now. So we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours. To protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
This all started because I came here to deliver some seeds.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right.
I mean, you ended up coming here in the end, so you could have done the delivery.
Lord Rosfield, do you remember our very first mission together?
We fought a marble.
Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes.
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant marble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender.
And I thought, what would Clive do?
Every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that what
I don't think you should take Clive as an example of a good shield. Everyone he's ever said he was a shield for got messed up.
whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true...
Clive is a grenade. You throw him toward your enemy, and it's going to do some damage over there. But I don't know about shield.
Shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Return to Martha. Okay. Save, because the game's been fickle tonight.
The hero returns.
Mm-hmm.
It's lucky you came by when you did, eh?
I get that a
Not
lot.
only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work.
Your Underground Railroad sucks,
relief,
madam.
But not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Nom 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 nom. Martha's Rest signboard displayed in Clive's chambers. Alright, that one's done. Okay, Phoenix, heal thyself. Alright, that's the thing for bro. Let's go get that one. Now I miss OG Sid. Do you mean OG Sid in this game or one of the other games? Because I've learned from chat while playing this that they apparently use the name Sid in many of their titles.
All right.
Shallow? No. Oh, what do we go over there?
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Yote mentioned blood-red petals.
I'm sure there's not going to be any monsters. There's monsters.
Just my luck. Anything to lay on. There's only one thing for it. Get him!
He's got a lot of health. This ain't gonna kill him. Not even by half. Okay. Flowers. Flowers with red petals.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it.
Travel to Yote.
Get these back to you.
Okay. I think only FF1 doesn't have a Sid. That used to be true, but Pixar Master renamed a random NPC, so now there's a Sid in one as well. So many Sids.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know.
No, I'm taller.
You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, My lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Right after I help her, she's like, don't help people so much. Like, do you want my help or not? Okay. Well, while we're here, let's grab another thing off the hunt board. Let's talk to the floaty thing. Let's see. Mageth Brothers. A lone rowing boat has been sighted making land off the coast of Port Isolde. Its occupants wearing the garb and speaking the language of Iron Kingdom Crusaders. One can only assume that they come to take their vengeance upon Sid the Outlaw for destroying that which they hold most dear. We advise against all travel in the area lest they think to kill or capture our members in retaliation. Quiet Sands Rosaria. Okay. Oh, I haven't opened this since we had to reload the game. Alright, we got Shiva. What are there any... What are the cooldowns on these? 15 seconds. Cooldown's like 12 seconds on this? 20 seconds. And there are really low cooldowns there. I wonder if any of them would be worth it. I do like firing spells more than I like swinging the sword, so considering changing to some stuff with lower cooldowns just so I can, you know, fire spells more often. I'll try her out. See how it feels. Okay. What was it? Quiet something Rosaria was the location, right? So that's Rosaria. Quiet Sands, right there. Alright, so here and then northeast. Honestly, just knowing I need to go northeast is not terribly helpful in this game because there's not a compass.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Yode has that childhood friend look in her eye that makes me sure that she and Joshua are not ending up together. I mean, she clearly cares for him deeply. I don't know if it's romantic or just like, God, I hope this guy that I respect stops trying to kill himself. I think that's our target right there. Those are some lads. The Mageth brothers. Whoa!
But not for long.
Oh no, they're all thick. I can't move them. Dude, I want to go back to Julie and be like, wow, I found out why you always lost your fight. She'd be like, what? I'm like, your power sucks. Ow! High potion. Alright. The first one, where like I would charge up and fire the wave forward, that wasn't bad. The second one, where it shot out like the 3 stars that don't like track onto enemies at all, and they just go in front of you, that one like whiffed constantly.
No more.
This one. This one was alright. That one was alright. How's the ultimate? The ultimate summons a winter storm that freezes enemies in place within a radius before knocking them back. I don't think it's going to be like a big single target damage thing. Rhyme. Rhyme looks cool. It does persistent damage in an area. Let's try loading that up. This is weird. So it's like... It was almost like I could just keep... When I moved it, did it reset the duration? Hang on. It was almost out, like, okay, when I kept moving it, it was almost out until it was completely cooled down. Alright, I'm not gonna move it and just watch it right now. Okay, so no, I think when you use it again, it just relocates it. Wow, so it's got like 75% uptime. That's pretty crazy. Okay, that is done. What is this? Even weirder science. All right, let's see. System, save. It's been a little bit.
Ready, go? Faster!
Could even have a lightning rod inside of it if you get positioning right. I didn't really love the Rama moves.
The whole village is turned.
They're okay, but... Wait, what? That doesn't do much damage, but it hits for a while. I'm still going the right way. Also seems to be holding them. Oh, rhyme? Yeah, it says it pulls in smaller creatures.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
Oh, I tried to dodge that. Okay. Definitely doing way less damage.
Just too much.
Steam is offline. Dude, what is going on? Oh my gosh. GFN being weird with Steam today, chat. It's being weird with it. Okay. Let's see. So the rhyme is definitely good at holding the smaller monsters, but it's not doing a lot of damage even to them. Alright, let's reset that one. Master Ice Age, so we can use that more. And change this back to Garuda, so we have the pull. And I'll put Ice Age there, and have Giga Flare for the break bars. You can change the ability, not the button it's assigned to. Wait, what? The shift key stays on the icon it's assigned to. Yes. So, like, whatever, like, I have Garuda assigned here now, so the shift key is going to be a pull. Titan, the shift key is the block. Like that. But then for Phoenix, the shift key is a dash. It just depends on what you're doing. Alright, so, let's see. What do we have here? Hey, what you're playing looks pretty. Final Fantasy 16. It is a single-player RPG. And we are taking a little break from the main story to work on knocking out some side quests.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats, and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them.
Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders.
No, school.
Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can
Or if we throw Clive at our problems.
To face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
Quest accepted. Lines in the sand. Alright, which
The
gate?
League of Outlaws.
That gate.
Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find
Just
them.
a little murder
You've
as a
come at
treat.
just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
I like how the guy doesn't express any doubt in his mind that we can go murder an entire camp. He's just like, oh, yeah, alright, you take this one. Where's the chicken?
Those ne'er-do-wells want back.
Oh.
Well, it's kind of right there in plain sight, isn't it?
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
Hello!
The one who killed Noxxi, Finger. Take his head off! This one.
didn't hit him. I think because he was behind that little rock.
Farewell.
Oh, that last shot was pretty good. Him getting clocked right up the side of the head.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice.
Ooh, that's a twist.
Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
Blue says spooky game tonight, Mok. Yes. Let me pause for a second here. I do love that this game is easily pausable. So last night, for those who weren't here last night, we tried playing a spooky game, and it worked for like 45 minutes, and then it crashed, and then we tried it again, and it crashed. And when I say crashed, I mean it crashed my video card, which would start back up after a few seconds, but that would kill the stream. So the stream and the game were crashing every time we got to like 45 minutes into the game. And we tried like lowering the graphic settings, and we tried like changing a bunch of other stuff and turning it down. I could not get it to work. And after restarting the stream 5 times, which terrible for business, let me tell you, I finally was just like, okay. So after the stream, I refunded that game on Steam. And then today, I took one of the recommendations from the game recommendation sheet, and I picked up Dark Pictures House of Ashes, which is apparently one of those like choices matter visual novel type horror things. So it's kind of like when we played what was the Detroit Become Human? It's kind of like that apparently, except horrifying. So yes, I do have something spooky prepared for tonight. Hopefully it behaves better than the one I had prepared for yesterday.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
What game broke the stream? It was called Beyond Hanwell, and it looked like a good game, and it's really highly reviewed. It just kept crashing my system, and I don't know why. Like, my system was good enough that it should have been able to run the game on Ultra, but even with running the game on low, it kept crashing the codec for my video card, which would take the stream down with it.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Will Monk be playing the DLC of this game? I'm not sure. I would say if I do, it won't be like immediately because we want to get to the spooky games for October.
Us for fools.
And we...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I, Lord Underhill, wasn't it?
She knew that was a lie.
Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
Wow, we are really bad at diplomacy. Like, I could have done better talking there.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers? I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But...
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against.
What?
Only united can they hope to stand against
what in the code Geoss is this guy talking about?
I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town And these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Yo, I would just go out in the town square and be like, hey, if you guys are going to chase this guy to town, we're going to take the finest blacksmith y'all have ever had and have him join our city. Make them, like, aware of what they're losing. Like, when this guy used magic, he shortened his lifespan to save those kids. You guys are being stupid. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh gosh, there's a few more things here. Let's see. There's something, there's a marker there. I'll get in there. What's up?
Lord Rosfield, is there
Oh, it's the
aught
Undying
that
guy.
I might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little unless, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with...
We're gonna give these people a surprise inspection from the boss.
Built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
Alright.
Alright. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Quest accepted.
Village built around an airship.
Let's see.
Sounds like another lost wing.
What are the angry Val bearers? Have never
just as
done anything
friendly.
to them specifically. Flashy says people believe bearers to be beneath them, nothing more than tools for others to use. So I didn't do anything to them specifically. Be like a person of color, a rich person, not a perfect. Well, yeah, I don't think that metaphor is solid for this, but I agree with the first half of what Flashy said. That, yeah, just like the people in this world, they think of the bearers just like tools, like a hammer, and they use them until they run out of magic and turn to stone and die, and then they just go get another one. And so they feel like this guy was nothing more than a tool, and then he... What was he said? That he was laughing behind our backs. They feel like he was, essentially living his life and fooling them and then laughing about it every night, which is absolutely not. He was probably living in fear every night, not laughing about it. But that's how they're choosing to interpret it. They're basically considered non-human. They're basically considered subhuman. Like, they think that they are, like, just a lower life form. Head and to the right.
This might take a while.
The value is their ability to be dominants. No, dominants are the people that have one of the god things in them. There's only like 8 dominants. It's like the brother that has Phoenix in him is a dominant. Bearers can use magic. There's tons of those.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble.
You have no idea.
I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Dominants are treated with respect everywhere other than Iron Kingdom. Yeah, Iron Kingdom was the one that had Jill basically in chains and forced her to fight. They would just like bring slaves up to her and be like, attack that city or we'll kill this kid. And they would just do that repeatedly to keep forcing her to fight. Are dominants another non-human type of person? No, like, dominants are people that seem to be like born in tune with these big beings. Like, we're an exception. We're like the dominant for Ifrit. That offers us a few things. Like, one, we can channel Ifrit's like fire powers and stuff like that. We are immune to the ether floods, so we can go into areas flooded with ether that would kill normal people or turn them into Akashics. But all the dominants so like the the Phoenix one, Jill with her ice, like all the other dominants, as they use their powers, it shortens their lifespan. But our main character, Clive, is an anomaly that he is not getting his health reduced or his health worsened when he is using the powers. That's an outlier. That's not how it is for everybody else.
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town.
It's throwing me off because Clive was able to bear her. Yes, okay, so that, though, was his mom. Clive, his mom, he was unconscious, and she was like, oh, you know what would be funny? Brand him as a bearer and throw him into the slave market. And she basically did that to get him out of the way, and she thought he would die there, like he would live a horrible life and die. She didn't expect him to survive. That was just basically a rich person abusing someone beneath their power in the story. Hello. Thank you.
When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil.
I've been brought a hot dog, chat.
Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
If we can't fire the forge. Hot dog with nothing on it, you psycho. Hey, when I'm feeling real crazy, I'll get catch up, alright?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
You apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
Oh, okay. I can kind of see what's happening. All right, so we destroyed the mother crystals. So the little crystals have weakened. And this town was built off using fire crystals to run their blacksmith's forges. They don't actually have, like, bellows and stuff like that, I don't think, to heat it up, using science. So I think they can't get their forges to work.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Man, I would, like, summon a huge fireball and be like, you want me to heat that up for you? And then they're like, oh god, he's a bearer. Then I'd summon a big ice ball and be like, no, I'm not.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
As a personal favor to me, piss off.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves.
And out 100 blades.
There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats.
So he's a businessman.
Bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
I bet Midge could make, like,
Depends on how
bellows
you
for
look
them.
at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive.
Why don't we offer to fix the fire problem?
Dravozd won't last long without his furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world?
It was the bellows.
The way I see it. It's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favor and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
All right then.
Why would they listen?
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Okay. So like right there. All right. Imagine that that he shows up, and then the chieftain is like, "You need to leave," and he goes to the gate, and he's just like, "Round up anyone who can carry a brick." And he's like, "Well, I told you to leave, not start giving my people jobs to do." I'm pretty happy that I guessed that the issue was that they hadn't invented bellows, and then I ended up being right on the money. You know what? Hold on a sec. I haven't saved it in a little bit. Let's do that real quick. Is that a salamander?
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Yes.
No mistakes.
It's a little wyvern. Saving this for this moment. There we go. Back to doing double the damage I was before with those staggers with that beam.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Can I port back? I guess not. Also, I don't know how to get there right now. Oh, wait, yes I can. It didn't have the, like, hold B to snap back to the quest giver thing that it often does.
What's this all about, then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravozd is saved.
An awkward
Sorry
conversation
about it,
with the chief.
I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravozd needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
It's a start.
Well, you know what they say? Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not Blackthorn, is it?
These things are going to take some getting used to.
All right, report back to Blackthorn in town.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pit coal cinder.
Pit coal cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he?
Oh no.
Sounds like I better get to work.
We inflated his ego too much.
Reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Hey, Mike, can I ask you two questions? Always, Timo.
Ain't
Go
got
ahead.
the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Blacksmith Blues 3. Hopefully that's the last time he gets all pouty. We got a new design. Ouroboros recipes unlocked. I guess, like, using his newfound knowledge.
What do I owe the honor? What do you want?
Oh, that is quite a jump. Ice brand. Alright.
No scratches, right?
That's a slight increase.
Should last you a good while. No scratches, right? My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you.
Alright. Okay, we got that stuff upgraded.
It's awfully thin these days.
Zoltan equals Zaitan. Can't get that link out of my mind, my mind. Zoltan!
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder.
I was quoting Annabelle in response to you showing her to show that you are such cases royalties by her being expendable. I guess. Please tell me it's not the Blacksmith Blues 4.
What bad news?
About Dravozd. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the whole place will be overrun.
That's a shame.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravozd.
Does this guy never have any tasks to do? Like, he's great. He's a bro. He's a homie. But does he, like, never have a job? Like, he has so much time to just, like, worry and fret about others. Let's see.
So Dravozd is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer, you can swing a sword.
I never thought I'd have to. Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal
His job is to be the ultimate bro while he's doing that swimmingly.
Gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes, at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravozd would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Oh no.
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravozd, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravozd needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravozd is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
I called him a prick. That's all I wanted to do.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. It's short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Wait, what? Why do you need to get your head straight?
You, ready for the off, then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I like how the guard's taking orders from August. And he's like a newcomer here.
That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left.
Yes, my V-neck shirt is the best armor.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
Dude, I'll just turn into a freaking step on him, it's fine.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravozd till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Dude, village chief looking real useless right now. Whoa! Bone Skinner, is that you? Okay.
All right. Which one of you's first?
Down, 3. Pull him down. Oh lord, they come Akashic Griffin? stunned. Pulling him down. Right on the nose. Willow-Wikes. Overkill! He's at 1% health. Fire the laser!
Is that it?
Oh no, maybe I should have saved that. No, I should have saved the laser. What is this? Is that a Manticore? Is that a Final Fantasy Manticore? It's a Chimera. Okay, that makes sense. Chimera is just anything glued together. Wait. Oh, he's summoned to the ice thing? Canyon Chimera. This might not connect. Yeah, because he backed up. Oh, what's that? Let's back away from whatever that is.
Over here.
I released that too soon. I didn't charge it up properly. Will you be trying to outrun Liberty? No plans to at the moment. I think it looks okay. Like, not bad. But it's like, I'm willing to try it, but I'm not, like, jumping to it. That's new creature type. I don't think I've seen anything like that in this game so far. Like the big thing that I said was the Bone Skinner. That was clearly like one of the bulls. It was like an Akashic one. This thing was new.
Now the question is, did I miss any?
I mean, we got this nice little choke point for this side
Man
of the town.
alive! You're still in one piece.
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. How you do know?
More will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
You know, if they had this gate closed, I'm just imagining over the wall they were seeing like fire explosions and ice spikes and then like a tornado appear for a few seconds, lightning bolts crashing down. They're like, wow, what the hell is that guy doing?
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravozd won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home.
Could you seal the mines so things can't get into the flood?
And I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravozd needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You've been the death of this place.
No more ads. Life is great. You woo.
You woo. He's like, you were right, buddy. This would have sucked if you had stayed here. Artemia, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. Welcome.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravozd isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravozd what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
Aww.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling here.
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
All it took was him standing in town while I fought an army outside.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Seal obtained. The cracked anvil.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with a hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
So they're gonna work together to make this super sword.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Zoltan's like, wait, I wanted to make it here in my house. Why do I have to go back to your house?
The beast was charging at me.
Okay. You know what's gonna be funny is if they make this sword, and then it's going to be, like, worse than my current one.
The man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its
All
edge.
the quests rewards that I've accumulated so far
And the
from this.
final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk to the thing's finish, yeah?
These grumpy old men.
I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Man-at-Arms Bromance Edition. You know what'd be funny is if I hear like, what are you doing? Ah, you suck. They just start yelling at each other.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
Ragnarok? They use that name for a sword?
Something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me. I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Oh my god. Like they're not really easing back into this friendship, are they? They're just sprinting back into it. Alright. Hoping Ragnarok is better than my current sword. Well, like when we unlocked Excalibur, it was actually a downgrade. So I was just like, well, that feels dumb. Goddardamrung design hilt. Necessary for crafting the sword Goddardamrung. Ragnarok. Oh, 325 damage. Yeah, mine's 300. Time to Ragnarok the house? Gear. Icebrand, Ragnarok. There we go. Let me look at these materials.
What do you want?
Got our name wrong. 3 orichalcum, 2 dark steel, and 1 primitive battle horn. I apparently have 2 orichalcum and none of the other stuff.
Fine.
Okay. Holy cow. That was a lot of side stuff. Alright. Well, we've been doing side stuff for like 2.5 hours. Let's do a step of the main thing.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have.
He didn't even give me a chance to say yes.
There was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Admit it, I can ride the Enterprise.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. We're gonna get smashed.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why.
Why do you apologize?
So I won't
Is he
bother
late?
with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. I'd still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Do you know of any?
For the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters. Fly merchant.
This reminds me of that moment in Guild Wars 2 story when Kaith was apologizing to the commander for, like, stealing the egg and all that. And he's like, you know what, Kaith? I need someone that I can trust. Can you get Timey on the phone for me? This has the same energy.
Colors and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry.
I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Where's Yote? Wouldn't she be curious as what's going on with Joshua? I feel like she should be here.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Someone said, have you done the thing where you talk to the lore master and seen the level ups thing? Wait, what? I know he's got a bunch of knowledge. I don't know what level up thing you're talking about. Hang on.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. I have quite the find for you today.
Okay.
What subject shall we consider today?
I mean, like, yeah, I know there's, like, information in here.
You are always welcome.
Does that help me in any way?
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
Are you winning, Muck? I am. Earlier I was winning so hard, I fought a boss, and then we went back in time 40 minutes and we fought the boss again. Speaking of, let's save the game.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Is something wrong?
Sounds like you lost? No, the game crashed. And it didn't save.
Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Journey to the Shadow Coast. Alright, we've been doing side quests for like 2.5 hours, so let's work on this for a bit.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
No, I think it's better to say she offered it. You make it sound worse when you say it like that. Oh my god!
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
then so be it.
He said so be it. I thought he was saying
Just
take the
don't forget,
Phoenix.
You're not alone.
I don't even know if he can take the Phoenix from him, because he has like a little Phoenix in him.
I think I found us a trail.
Already more than 3 years of enjoying your content, boss. Thank you.
You're welcome, Fippy. Thank you for being here and the support. Appreciate that. They're acting like they just got caught kissing.
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
We need a good scout. Gav, do you know of any? Bet your ass I do. Footfalls in Ash.
Always wanted to visit Ash.
Yeah, Ash.
We're in Waloed territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav?
Ah, this place is as dead as Grieger's ghost. I knew I smelled something.
I see a mule and Kashyyyk.
Let's hope the villagers made it out in time.
Whoa! Me firing icicles around. Did you take Jill's icon? No! I'm not sure if those icicles hit that guy because he was getting juggled in the air.
It's Camber all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive.
They sent dudes!
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slabbering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me.
What?
This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Yeah. This is Clive's way of being a shield, remember, chat? Is let's split up. What's the worst that could happen?
Lady Vivian's map is so old it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastpool.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
Holy cow, we can call our chocobo from another continent. Amazing.
Ugh, this place reeks like a morble's arsehole.
How do you know what that smells
Though
like?
I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
Adamantite.
No holding back. This won't be easy.
Bahamut's breath. Don't look down, Torgal. That must be Eastpool.
Be safe.
Chocobos are the real hero of Final Fantasy, giant turbo ninja chickens. What about fat chocobos then? We saw a tavern called the Fat Chocobo earlier.
What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
I was gonna say, I mean, we could stab them. Stabbing's an option. almost seems weird going Garuda and then firing ice. Then
this one.
Down. I don't know if this will reach the tail end of this bit. That might be the most waves I've ever seen in a group of attackers before. Oh, there's more. Oh my god, it's Havel from Dark Souls. Oh god.
Of course it bloody isn't.
Oh, I tried to block that, but I mistimed it. Pull him down. $66,000 stagger damage. That might be a new record. In Final Fantasy III, the fat chocobo is your bank. It stores items in its stomach. What? That's so weird.
Gav. Gav!
Don't tell me there's more of the bastards.
Oh, fuck.
There's like it's 100 of, oh, it's Odin! I was like, oh, there's 100 of them? Nope. Hey, big fella!
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Oh, he likes to watch.
Bound for Stonehill. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
You just had to open your fat mouth, Clive. Sunbon Sakura, Kageyoshi, Bankai.
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit!
He's like, psych.
Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened?
So did he like make a wall so they could only go in one direction or something? Zap.
Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
So they wanted to go to the crystal. I'm guessing they just walled off the crystal.
We don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
All right.
Whoa, he's actually gonna listen? How un-Bram
Maybe
like.
there's something here we can use.
Search the abandoned village.
I thought we got them all.
So did I.
Pretty girl, woman.
Please. Please. Please, no.
Miss. Whoa. Easy. Easy. We're not turned, all right?
Who? My thanks, kind travelers.
Oh, is she pregnant? I couldn't tell when she was like on the floor.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the arcade. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by ether. till only I remained. By then, I was too far along to run. And then the nights came, and I didn't know what to do.
What if the baby is like already soaked up ether? It's just like a monster in there.
And this, Arche is...
Just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world. You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
Oh, you were killing them in the streets earlier.
They all left. Gone east to the tower, to Reverie. The elders, the healer, the blacksmith, my husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
Her nut. Yeah, phrasing.
Maybe perhaps. Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out.
So bearers are resistant? I thought dominance. Okay, I knew dominance resisted ether. I didn't know bearers did.
That's where we'll find the king.
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be...
Gonna be another one of those big gates that you put Phoenix juice into to open it up. Oh, it's that tapestry again.
The mural. It's complete. Ultima and his vessel, Ifrit. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here.
Leviathan the Lost?
Where is the Phoenix?
The wings? Oh, he was like merged with it.
By the Founder.
Oh no! Oh no! Heartburn.
So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
So that's how it's gonna be then?
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda. What? I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Just don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet.
That's a good line. Torgal looking at him. He's like, you know, he never leaves me behind. Lol, 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 lol. All right. Okay, chat. It is time. I'm gonna save it here, and we will pick back up from this moment next time. And I hope it really does save, because my God, this game has been fickle today. Fickle. The line about Sid's miserable bug is easily my favorite line in the game. So much meaning and character packed into what Gav just said to Clive. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, chat. With that, thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A few plugs on my way out. If you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours to do the evening stream tonight. We're going to be doing a horror game for Halloween. After that, if there's extra time, maybe some Total War following that. Hit that follow button on Twitch, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, just to be notified the next time I go live. These are links to my 2 YouTube channels if you want to see all the videos that I make. And lastly, a special thank you to our dear patrons. They keep this channel alive, and I could not do this without their support. Gamers World says, you've played for 20 seconds since I started watching. The rest has been cutscenes. Wow. Yeah, Gamers World, at the beginning of the stream, like 45 minutes in, we had a crash, and I had to reload, and I was like, oh my God, it last autosaved like 30 minutes ago. And it took us 8 minutes to get back to where we were, and 7 of it was an unskippable cutscene. Because I was like, skip, 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 skip. Oh, I can't skip this one. And we had to watch it. Skip, skip, little fight, and then we were back to where we were. I was like, okay. All right. With that, chat, we are on the Twitch side of things going to raid someone just to show some support to another streamer over here. And let me see who is live right now. This is wild. There's absolutely no one in the Guild Wars 2 section that I know right now. Let's see. You know what? It looks like Dan's Gaming is doing Horror Month on Twitch. I will drop a raid on him if any of you want to watch spooky games. If not, that's fine too. And again, I'll be back in 5 hours to do my own spooky game. So I will see you guys then. Y'all have a good rest of your day. See ya.
It adds some character to the monster, such as growling and yelling.